Welcome. If you know me at all, you've heard me rave about 5-element acupuncture, but I don't often talk about the elements themselves and why they matter. The thing that makes this medicine so close to my heart is how it sees the cycles and patterns in nature and shows us how they're reflected within us. And I just think that's beautiful. The elements that we're talking about are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And within each of us, when we look closely at one person, we can see that there's one element that is the weakest link for them, that struggles to do its job. And when we bring support to that element, everything gets better. Their symptoms, their stress, their moods, their focus, their sleep, even the vitality that they bring to life. So let's take a look more closely at each of the elements. The best way to understand them is as though they are the seasons of a year, and each element is associated with the season of a year. The wood element is like spring, and summer is connected with the fire element. Earth has its own season, late summer, harvest time. And fall is related to the metal element, winter to water. All of these cycles and patterns are present within us all the time. In fact, we wouldn't be alive without any one of them. But looking more closely and more deeply, we can begin to see which are the elements that need support in each person and bring that. Let's take a look at the wood element. What's really happening in the springtime? The plants are sprouting upwards. They're cracking through their seed shells. They're pushing up through soil. They'll push up through cement if they have to, because there's that force and there's that directed quality of growth and progress. It also has a sense of individuation. This one's going to be an oak tree. This one's going to be a tulip. They know the plan and they follow it. Within our lifespan, this is represented as birth and childhood, with all the growth and change and forward movement that represents. In our bodies, in addition to the liver and gallbladder, the tendons and ligaments are controlled by the wood element. And the tendons and ligaments are really what hold us upright and allow us to move through the world. So this element is extremely important for us. It gives us the ability to have vision, to be able to see a path for ourselves, creativity, to engage in that, the ability to make decisions and take action that move us forward in our life. Take a minute to think about your own wood element. You may think about your birth and childhood, but you may also think about how that energy is showing up in your life right now and in different aspects of it. Think about spring and how that growth that you see happening is showing up in you. Take a minute, and if you'd like to pause the video, feel free. In summer, something different is happening. The plants have fully grown now, and they open out and expand. They flower, and they cross-pollinate. So there's an interchange happening between the plants in the local area. Within us, this is the fire element. And the fire element in the human lifespan has to do with becoming an adult, sexual maturity, and the ability to engage with the world. In our bodies, the heart and the circulation system are within the fire element's control. And that really helps us communicate between the different parts of our body, as well as maintain our warmth. The fire element within our lives allows us to have relationships, to engage and interchange with other people. It allows us to enjoy love and sexuality. It also is responsible for consciousness and union with the divine. So you can see what an important element this is for our well-being. Imagine a time that you've had like a classic summer scene. Are you at the beach melting into the sand, becoming one with the ocean? Or are you at a party or concert playing with your friends? See where else you find that energy in your life. Take a minute to observe the fire element within yourself. When summer turns to late summer, the light is softer and more golden. It's the harvest time of year, and this is the time of year that's associated with the earth element. The earth element is responsible for us being able to take in nourishment and also being able to give nurturance. In our physical bodies, it's represented by the digestive system. And here in this time of year, you can really see how generous the earth can be. The fruit is ripening and delicious and bountiful, more than we even need in this one time. This is the kind of quality that the earth element has for us. In our lifespan, it has to do with having children or finding a way to give back some of what we've received and learned. It gives us the ability to really know that we're cared for, and also serves that deep need that we have to give. So vital and important for our well-being, this earth element. Think of a time when you really had an abundant harvest. Maybe that was literally from your garden. Or maybe it was a time when you had just very satisfying results from the labors that you've put forth. Were you really able to take it in? Take a minute and observe the quality of your earth element in all the different aspects of your life. The next season is autumn. This is a season associated with the metal element. In autumn, it's time to let go. The trees are letting go of their leaves, but showing one more sign of beauty as they change color before they drop. And we're feeling that crisp, clean air and breathing it in. Within us, the metal element allows us to let go. Physically, it's represented as the large intestines and the lungs. So it's our ability to let go of waste and anything that we don't need. And at the same time, our ability to breathe in pure, fresh, clean, new inspiration. We need both of those aspects. In the human lifespan, this is the time of old age and death. At some point, we will have to let go of everything. The metal element also carries the quality of honoring and acknowledging the beauty and the essence of all that's happened in the cycle up to this point. It's extremely important to be able to move through this aspect of our lives in order to be able to fully appreciate what we've had. Think of a time for yourself when you've let go. Did it come naturally, or was it more difficult? Was there ever a time where after letting go of something you felt refreshed and renewed and purified? Take a look at the metal element in your life. The leaves have dropped and it's gotten colder, and now it's winter. This is the season associated with the water element. And the plants during this time have drawn their sap down into their roots underground. It looks like there's nothing going on, but it's actually an important time where the plants are resting and gathering potential for their next cycle. Within us, the water element also holds that purpose of being in charge of our resources and our reserves. We need rest every night in the darkness and stillness of night in order to have the energy to meet the next day. The plants need that rest, and the darkness and the coldness is really important. And we also need that cycle within us. It may be during the winter itself, or it may be between projects or jobs or relationships. There needs to be a time of returning and resting and gathering potential. This element is also associated with a sense of determination and will to make it through. The part of our lifespan that might be connected with this would be the afterlife or gestation. Take a look within yourself and see, has there been a time when you had a long winter? Maybe a dry patch between projects or jobs? How did you make it through? Did you find a sense of determination within yourself? How is the water element showing up in you? Now you have a taste of all of the 5 elements and the vital role that they play not only in our bodies, but in our lives overall. You may have a sense of the potential that 5-element acupuncture has for supporting our health and well-being. If you'd like to hear more, or if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me and to sign up for my newsletter through my website, doranday.com. I look forward to hearing from you.